I played Stray, which came out in 2020.
Kitty!
You can end the review right there. It came out in 2022. It was very well received. I think it won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, or it was definitely in consideration. It was very popular that year. It was developed by Blue 12 and Annapurna.
Annapurna, that was the one I was trying to remember.
You're a cat. You're an orange cat, which means you have autism. Cat game. 10. No comments. This one's hard to talk about. There's no dialogue in the game. All
Fruitaloom.com. No, we've never had a cornucopia. It's a Mandela effect.
What the fuck? Stop rage baiting me.
I've fallen down this rabbit hole a couple times because I still believe in this. I've never believed in Santa Claus. I don't believe this. This is an internet psyop by the American government.
Israel.
If only Colin was here to say the Jew word.
Jews! Jew!
Cornucopias have nothing to do with Jewish tradition. I don't care, it's the fucking Jews!
That's true. Natalie Portman took the goddamn cornucopia away from me. Well, a cornucopia does kind of resemble a foreskin, actually. I knew it was Israel. Stray has no dialogue. All of the NPCs you encounter talk in a couple of text bubbles, but there is no spoken word in the game. The only thing is some robots going and cat go meow. It is a post-apocalypse, one of my favorite terms that I recently discovered because I'm special, whereas a new culture has already developed after the apocalypse. So like late stage Walking Dead, where there's like a lot of big communities, is like a post-apocalypse. Fucking type shit. So you're a cat. I didn't think they have advertised like any of the mystery of this game. It was just like, look, kitty, and that was it.
I think the timeline is sort of hinted at of it being post-apocalyptic future.
I didn't know about it until like somebody told me. So you open up the game, you play as a cat, you got some cat buddies. You're just hanging out in like a jungle overgrown sewer pipe, and you're like, oh cool, it's a normal place with a normal setting. Turns out you fall down, very sad. Kitty gets hurt, very sad. I don't like it. And then you see some little scrungly fuckos. They're called Zerks. And they scrumble off into a tunnel. You follow them. You magically get stuck in a robot city. There's a big underground bunker, basically, that's like the size of fucking Utah, that has multiple different pockets of robots. And they're all proper cyberpunk robots. They're people, even though in the real world, I don't believe that can happen. It's peak Blade Runner type shit. They all have personalities and they all do stuff. They're all fun, quirky, weird.
Do you think the robots are powered by AI?
I can't engage in this topic without getting very violent. I've already had multiple intrusive thoughts of smashing this glass in your face. I can't do it. I can't do it. The intrusive thoughts are coming in. And you figure out what's going on. Basically, the setting is some fuck shit happened, and the robots didn't take over. The humans just kind of died. I was having difficulty figuring that part out. And I guess before humanity got wiped off the face of the planet, they made big underground bunker cities like Fallout, but much, much bigger. And they're populated by robots. And the robots are all cool guys with robes and bow staffs, and they're all goobers. They're very strange. I quite like them. They're very charming. But they also all still have like robot face with like the fucking like LCD TV screen with a fucking colon
in parentheses.
Yeah, like that. That's the type shit. It's goofy. I love it. And they're all being like, they've been terrorized for, I guess, with like probably like hundreds of years by overgrown microbes that are Zerks. They're like little meatballs with. They look like when you look at like a when you look at microbes under a microscope and they got the little arms, they look like little fuckers. They're like that, but like the size of a dog.
Okay.
No, they're small. They're like the size of like a bird, like a chickadee. And those are your enemies for the entire game. They're being terrorized because they're all dangerous. They can chew through basically anything, so they destroy the robots. The robots are all cordoned off into different areas of the map. And you, as a cat, are lost and trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Like, that's the whole story. You're a cat. You don't really care about much. You lose your cat friends. You never see them again. Very sad. And you go on a bunch of side quests. It's a lot of side quests. That's the whole game. It's basically just side quests. You're like, cool, this robot wants to be reunited with his robot dad. I don't understand how this works. I don't really care. I'm gonna go find your dad, buddy. You end up bumping into a bunch of robot scientists who apparently learned how to like exit their part of the bunker to go to another part of the bunker through some secret tunnels or whatever, and radio frequencies and goober science shit. So you have to go like find all their journals and put them together, and then the robot's like, I can complete my formula type shit. This is so full of tropes. It's so good. Along the way, you meet a cute little robot named B12. He's a little gremlin. He's like a little... like a drone? I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. It's that type of robot is like a trope. Like the little, this big, baseball-sized little dude. But I can't think of anything else where it's actually in. And he's extra quirky. So he becomes your companion. You get a little backpack. The cat can run around with a little backpack for his little robot buddy. The robot has weird memory problems, and he's like, I used to work with a scientist before everything went to shit. And it turns out, I guess the only real plot twist in the game, turns out he is the scientist, and humans learned how to put their brains into the machine. Does this mean all the other robots are people? I don't think so, but I don't know. It's very vague. B12 gets multiple existential crises throughout the game. He helps you with a lot of stuff. He can open doors. He can like absorb stuff, like data. Like he'll take the notebook that you picked up, and then he'll just it's gone, and now it's in your backpack. It's very strange. He'll grab keys and combinations to open doors for you. He'll open. The cat has thumbs.
Some cats don't have thumbs.
They don't have opposable thumbs. They're not monkey pilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have little beads.
Train.
Yeah, train. Yeah, eventually that's like one of your final twists. You escape through the different levels of the place, and B12 has his crises and is like, I used to be a human. I'm gonna help you open up the big bunker, and I'm gonna sacrifice myself because humanity is good, actually. And it's very touching when the little robot dies. I was very upsetty spaghetti. I didn't cry, but I was like, damn, they really did the like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself for my friend for the good of humanity, and maybe we can be free type shit. It's a third-person kind of platformer. It's considered a third-person action-adventure game. Again, means nothing.
I'd definitely call it a platformer.
It's a platformer. It's not like a Metroidvania-type platformer where there's actually like proper backpedaling, really. There's very basic puzzles. You have to find the combination to open a door, so you have to bump around a guy's office and knock some paintings off the wall and find he scratched it into the wall because he's an idiot, type stuff like that.
Knocking cups and bowls and paint cans off a shelf is definitely a huge part of the gameplay.
Right out the gate.
Yeah.
It's immediately like, so you can cuddle with your friends, you can meow on command, and you can knock shit down. And that's so much of the game. It's so good. Puzzles, yeah, they involve pushing paint cans around and rolling barrels, like a little hamster wheel, platforming by like running on like power lines and jumping off of rooftops, and there's aggressive anti-homeless architecture everywhere, so there's spikes. You cannot jump on the spikes. The game does not let you kill the cat, except you can die actually, but not like that. It's not gruesome. You just get absorbed by the microbes. They're like kitty. Chinese food. Yeah, so it's a platformer. I think the biggest thing, which is a negative, it's animation based. It's not like a free floating jump system, which I understand from a development standpoint, that would be a bitch to make in terms of animations for a four-legged cat. just being able to jump onto literally anything would be insane.
Yeah.
However, it does mean that the gameplay is kind of stilted. It's a little janky. It's
limited.
Very limited. There's a lot of stuff you cannot go on because you can't just press A to jump. You have to have a prompt to jump. Which also the prompts have a little bit of a lag to them sometimes. Like you'll be in the right position, they'll be like, I have a couple frames, but I'm a gamer, so the couple frames are really important, and it'll just kind of feel sluggish. So it means it's really linear in actuality. There are open areas, and you do have some very limited collectibles. I'm very grateful. The collectibles actually felt like, oh damn, I spent 10 minutes looking. I'm done now. Like very little, it's some lore nuggets and stealing sodas from vending machines, and then it's over. There wasn't some big collectathon. You gotta collect all the scraps of paper and whatever. You pick up sheet music for a robot musician with his gas can guitar, which was really cool. There's 8 of those. There's 15 collectibles in the whole game. I love that. It was very limited. So yeah, you can run around in some of the areas, but for the most part, it does play relatively linear. Again, it is a story-based game, so I get that, but it does get a little annoying sometimes when you're trying to find the painted yellow ledge to jump on, and the prompt's not coming up. But if this was actually Goat Simulator levels of free jumping, it would be a bitch to make, and it would probably look like shit. So I don't really blame them too much for that. Collectibles were cool, story's fun, cool twist, charming characters, score is phenomenal. I don't remember who did it, but it's very good. Aesthetically speaking, the game looks fucking great. It has aged more than I actually thought it would. It was made in Unreal Engine 4, and it was the biggest appeal for people were the graphics at the time, and now I'm playing it, I'm like, this looks good for a few years ago, and I'm like, it is incredible how quickly technology changes. It has a nice aesthetic, which I think is part of what helps it so much when, there's only 10,000 hairs on the cat instead of 30,000 hairs. So the cartoony graphics with the funny faces, and the cat looks like the cat's face, while somehow kind of lifelike, also looks like the cat emoticon you'd send over text a little bit. It has the most tropey face, and I love it. He's charming. That's the best word. It's very charming. Also, you can put a paper bag on your head and it inverts controls because cats are stupid, and I love it. It doesn't do anything. It's not used in any puzzles. It's just a stupid thing you can do when you find a bag, and I love that. I fucking love that. There's an achievement for putting a bag on your head. There is no achievement for knocking over 10,000 objects or whatever. That was kind of weird because you can knock over pretty much anything. Some of the puzzles do involve knocking over stacks of books and stuff. The little part of the level that's in a library with books everywhere was great. I was gooning, and then very upset to knock over so many books. Crime. I bought it for $5 on sale. I think the launch price was $40, if I remember correctly. It launched definitely below normal rate. Because it's a story-based game with very minimal collectibles, you kind of play it once, maybe twice, for the experience. It's not I can sit here forever. The total game took me 8 hours. I think to get all of the achievements, I'm going to need another 2 or 3 hours. I've gotten a few of the ones I didn't get the first try. You'll have a couple of achievements for go through this part of the level without getting hit by a Zerg, because they'll jump on you and eat your brain. Or there's one which is kind of dumb. There's spots you can rest, which is fun. You can scratch on things like carpet, like a fucko, and you can take naps, which is fun. There's an achievement for taking a nap for an hour, which is, it sounds fine, but then if you're playing this on console, controllers turn off after usually 20 to 30 minutes. And most games will stop playing if your controller turns off. So you actually have to be in front of a computer. You need to sit there and make sure your controller stays awake, but not exit the sleeping animation, which is really dumb. I'm gonna need to do that because I can't not complete this. But that just wasn't planned out very well. I figured, maybe collective time napping. It doesn't do anything. You can just lay there and nap. You can drink water out of puddles and shit. There is no health mechanic. There is no, you're dehydrated. It's just purely vibes. Very good, but genuinely the jumping thing does actually bug me. That is I don't have a workaround for that, but it is easily the real only detraction from the game and its very simple puzzles is
sounds like it's kind of lacking on story too. Like as far as you couldn't put together what actually happened in the world.
I think I feel like I had my headphones on, I paid attention, I read all the bubbles, I read all the data stuff. I just don't know if they intended for there to be answers. I think it's supposed to do the it makes you think, not like there's real concrete lore. It's pretty vibes. I don't know. I'm fine with that. It just cats. Kitty. Every 10 minutes I would turn to one of my roommates and go, guys, look, cat. So you can't, that is so intrinsically tied to the experience. It was one of the first large play as a cat games that wasn't garbage. So, that's a large reason why it's popular.
Yeah.
Peak Kino cinema. Martin Scorsese would love this. But also, it is a roller coaster, which he doesn't like, because it's a roller coaster experience. It brings you through very specific emotions and highs and lows, and you're done. So he would actually hate it. It's 0 out of 10, fake, gay. I'm going to post about this on TikTok. I like it. A tier. Very fun. I'll play it again, but I'm not itching with. It's really innovative and interesting gameplay. It's this was fun.
Is there room for a sequel? Squeakquel. Play as a mouse next time.
Fuck no.
Come on.
I mean, yeah, you open up the bunker at the end of the game, and the cat and the robots are all free. So you could go a million ways with that, because who knows what the world out there is like. Obviously, some fuck shit happened, but I don't know. It's just, they have the big thing opens up. It's oh my gosh, daylight's real, and that's it. So yeah, you could go somewhere else with this, but I don't.
The
think
sequel is you play as a dog.
It wouldn't appeal to the same demographic. Other than me, because I like them both equally-ish. I don't think they plan on it. Annapurna is pretty small. They are adapting it into an animated film, which I do think is a good call. In terms of how the story is given out, it is very traditional storytelling tropes. It's gonna be hella popular. And Annapurna, I think they have other animation projects they want to do as well. I don't remember what company it was that they're working with, but Flow came out last year, and that was won every independent film theater festival thing. It cost $5 and was gorgeous. And you can make a movie centered around a cat. You can do it. So I'll be seated. If it's bad, I'm gonna crash out though. That's how do you fuck that up? Get a really good animation studio, the two guys who made Flow, because it was some basement project. Get them to do it. Don't have Illumination do it. Don't talk to DreamWorks and I'm guys, can you make our cat movie? Just go get real animators.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. That was when that was announced. I was yeah, no shit. That's a given.
Yep.
Yes, it's worth price of entry.
That's good.
Which is fun. I'm gonna finish up the achievements, and I probably won't play it again. I might, maybe, if I'm I want to go knock some shit over. But that's probably it.